Hello everyone and welcome to another exciting race in the Super Metroid Randomizer Multi-Category Tournament 2022. I am your host, Zeb316, and I am joined by Vincent RTA. How you doing, Vincent?
I'm great. I've really been enjoying the races this week. I've seen a lot of variety of strategies required to get through. I've seen some jet seeds. In fact, earlier I broadcast a race where both players were sub hour. There was a 53-minute time and then a 59-minute time. Saw some suitless Norfair earlier in a race. Looking forward to seeing how this turns out tonight. We've got two great runners here in ARealCutie and Nevdi, both who are, you look at the leaderboards of all the speedrunning categories, and you'll find their names there. ARealCutie's third in any percent, but Nevdi's on the RBO ladder, which those skills I think are going to make a big difference in this kind of category. What are your thoughts, Seb?
Yeah, I think that both these runners are really excellent. I think if Nevdi can overcome his biggest hurdle, which is himself, then he should do really well in this race.
Yeah, this is definitely a game of you have to get over your mental blocks, and yeah, there's a lot of button presses, but yeah, the mental game is huge in this.
Yeah, for sure. Speaking of mental game, this is light area rando, which means that there will be each area transition won't necessarily lead to the same place it would normally go. However, it will lead to somewhere where the area could lead. So for example, Criteria has 2 doors that lead to Green Brinstar, 1 door that leads to Red Tower, 1 door that leads to Wreck Ship, and 1 door that leads to Torian. And that stays the same from vanilla. However, where those doors are, and which parts of those different areas they lead to, can be very different. And we see an energy tank as the first item, so that means that Morph Ball must be in the ceiling over to the right.
Now we'll see these the early items here. Yep, there's a Morph Ball in the ceiling. But now we'll see what else the runners get from this drop on the right-hand side. It can make a big difference in the route you choose to take afterwards, and we see that it's supers. Now he's going to do a quick room reset.
Yeah, that's a little rough. This damage boost can be pretty tricky if you... It's hard to get it super consistent, even for, like, really good runners, unlike Nevdi. So it must be really, really hard for Nevdi to get this, too.
No love lost. Saw a really interesting strat earlier this week on in this room where someone had speed, and they lost they accidentally killed the enemy here, and used a quick little speed jump to go up and get the Morph Ball in the ceiling. That was really impressive to see that backup strat for their, that was the first time I had seen it.
Yeah, I remember watching that race as well. I found that really interesting too. I'd seen people spark up there to get it with a short charge, but I had never seen anyone do just a speed jump like that. Anyway, both runners are going to need to go and get whatever's at Bomb Chorizo. Well, not necessarily. There doesn't necessarily have to be anything in Bomb Chorizo because they can reach the door transition to the right of the ship. I think that's actually most likely what's going to happen, is there's just going to be like an E-tank or something at Bomb Chorizo. And they're going to have to go through that transition and go and try to find some sort of explosive to open up the rest of the world. Either bombs, power bombs, maybe screw attack, maybe speed. But we'll see what's at Bomb Chorizo.
ARealCutie, wasting no time, going right to BT.
Yep, the only place you can really go, and it is just an E-tank, so they will have to go to the right of the ship now. And I imagine that both runners are pretty used to this. Having done any area rando, you get to see this pretty often. The first couple of times you see this, it can be a little bit jarring. Like, wait, I can't go anywhere, but then you think about that area transition.
Yeah, and you can, through this week, I've definitely seen the difference in a couple of cases where the players who are completely, completely comfortable, their decision making when they're trying to decide where to go is automatic. They don't even have to think. Where in some cases, some players have been kind of left questioning, like, what can I even do here? And that experience definitely makes a huge difference in these randomizers, especially.
Yeah, I feel like a little bit less so in these area or in this specific week of randomizer, where in last week when it was full area, I feel like experience matters a lot more than in these wide area seeds. These wide area seeds are still have a lot of decisions to make, but they're not nearly as complicated as a full area. And we see ARealCutie finding Red Tower, so deciding to go up, this could be a soft lock, potentially. It's a bit of danger to going up, and Nevdi decides to go down. There could also be power bombs at Alpha Power Bombs, though. So we'll see what's up for Cutie and what's down for Nevdi. But it's just a missile at Alpha Power Bombs, so ARealCutie's really going to need one of these portals to let him out, basically. It's pretty unlikely that he soft locks. It would need to be, like, 2 bottom of Meridia transitions, or maybe, like, 2 Meridia transitions, but not... but the last transition is other Meridia, something like that.
Meanwhile, on our left side, Nevdi does the Spazer check and finds Charge Beam, which now ARealCutie will find as well. That saves a lot of time in these runs, as now they don't have to worry about getting to that critical mass of ammo. The Charge Beam makes the end game and the missile count a lot easier.
Yeah, for sure. And we'll see if Cutie is soft locked here. So, this is Norfair, so he is not. So he gets to continue playing and not have to restart over.
Yeah, I've unfortunately seen an 8-minute death in a run the other day. Oh, and
yep, there's power
bombs. That's huge.
So, Cutie is technically not soft locked, but this could honestly be worse for him if there are no power bombs here, because he's stuck in Norfair now. He has nowhere else to go. And getting stuck in these heck runs, and that's not a power bomb, so getting to ice and getting out is really tough, because you need to do the... Oh, but there's speed, wow.
Ooh, that's a really nice find.
But he still can't get to Bubble Mountain, because he doesn't have an explosive. So he can go through Frog Speedway, but then he'll get to Bubble Mountain, and he won't be able
way to climb. Yeah.
Yeah. But he can get to Croc transition now. So he might be able to find Croc, and he might be able to get ice, the ice item. If that's like bombs or something, that could be huge. If it's Varia, that'll also be enormous, because then it doesn't matter that he needs to get the iceless ice escape. He'll have plenty of time to do that.
There's definitely times these different direction decision trees make all the, it can decide the outcome of a race pretty early, depending on items found. Right now, but, and right now Nevdi has the full package of ammo you're going to need, has the Charge Beam.
Cutie didn't save.
Cutie saved at...
Oh, did he?
Yeah, right next to Frog Speedway.
Okay, yeah, I just missed it then. That's my bad. And it's a reserve tank, so we'll see if he resets that or if he tries to keep that on the way out.
He's gonna try to escape.
This is a tough escape.
Yeah, but
and there's Varia suit for Nevdi.
Ooh,
that's
wow.
A huge
So that route divergence is paying off very well for Nevdi there. Ooh, and that's going to be it. That's an unfortunate death there, but thankfully
So
did have
yeah,
the backup save here.
I don't know how this works out well for Cutie now that Nevdi's found area. Although
Oh,
Nevdi
Nevdi.
falling into that Decora pit, it's this a mistake that I would pretty much expect Nevdi to make. But I think Cutie really needs this to be Croc. This entrance, Croc to be vanilla basically, as an entrance, and then he needs to find power bombs in Croc. Although, he didn't check the other entrance, did he? The other Norfair entrance?
No, I don't believe so.
So that could also be Croc.
This is a kind of situation where getting into some of these hull runs, ARealCutie's insane level of movement is gonna pay off and allow for some getting through some areas that other players might not. Oh, and this
is unfortunate because he cannot access Kraid.
No, that's a wall right now.
Yep. Yeah, and taking the reset, I like that. Gets you back to where you were, and on full health, or mostly full health.
Well, Nevdi's picking up the spring ball.
Yep. Controversial item in the Super Metroid community that I have no comment on.
I was gonna ask you what your where you are on the spring ball debate.
I guess I can talk about it. I think the spring ball is, if anything, underrated in this community. I think it is a great item. Makes for some really, really cool things that you can do. Sure, it's not gonna like get you through the game single-handedly, but it provides a lot of utility that you don't think about until you have it.
Yeah, there's a lot of times where suddenly you don't have to lay a bomb, or you don't have to.
And that is Croc.
Okay, it is Croc. All right.
So Cutie could find a power bomb here. If he doesn't, then I think he'll have to like reset the entire game.
Yeah, and go back to the starting point.
Maybe not though. It'll depend on what else is here. With two more E-tanks, he could continue through Norfair. Even one more E-tank, he could continue through Norfair. So if it's like charge, or if it's like plasma beam and Spazer here, then he's probably stuck. Oh, he saved at ship after Morph? Cutie did? Okay, so he won't have to completely start the game over. And that's good for him. Yeah, it's pretty rare you see too much route divergence in like this early in these.
Oh.
Yeah, Cutie taking another death. Looks like he's still gonna go for Croc. Probably just gonna skip that item now. But that's a pretty big time loss too. I think if I were in Cutie's situation there, I might have waited on that item until after getting the other Croc item.
Maybe, but I mean, also trusting, that's Cutie trusting their movement and knowing that they can, they would usually be able to get through that. That was just a very unfortunate miscue on the way back.
I'm not sure that was even a miscue. That's just, with two E-tanks, I don't think it's a good idea to try to go for that. Cutie turning off the speed booster, not knowing that you can run along the floor there to get enough height. And Nevdi getting scared and refilling his energy when he already has a full 2 E-tanks because he wants to do this X-ray damage boost.
I have seen this a few times this week, and I've seen a couple of players just execute it perfect. So we'll see how Nevdi does here.
Nope.
I have to reset the room.
You don't even need to do the damage boost method here with Spring Ball. You can just Spring Ball jump a couple of times and get this. They're not the easiest Spring Ball jumps, but you can do it. I wonder if Nevdi's going to give up on this after missing it twice. It looks like he is, I think.
Yeah, I will set up the power bomb to reopen the room. Yep. Again, I will check that later, maybe.
I think it has more to do with where he was jumping MM2 than how he was deboosting, but like the jump itself just looked bad to me. I'm not sure if it was, I think it was just when he was jumping that looked bad. Nevdi finding that bottom of Meridia portal, probably one of the least useful portals.
Cutie still no luck in finding power bombs.
Yep. It's got 2 more minor checks here that could be power bombs. If he gets another E-tank, he can probably continue through Norfair. Nevdi finding that Croc and backing out immediately. I think that Nevdi feels really behind, given that he messed up that stealing D-boost at the beginning, and that he just went for that X-ray damage boost multiple times and didn't get it. That being said, he's going back into Croc. I thought he was going to skip Croc because he felt behind, and he just wanted to try to make some time up, but does not look to be the case. And we have Grapple at Vanilla. So I think Cutie's stuck now. Like, he can technically...
It's gonna take some...
Well, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. He still has a couple more... He's got 1 more minor check. Nevdi picking up, yeah. And it's just a super, so yeah.
Oh, this is, okay, this is gonna be rough now for Cutie. Still no power bombs. This is the second time this week I've seen power bombs based on route choice being very difficult to get. There was a race with Junie and Gamer earlier this week where power bombs didn't show up until almost 20 minutes into the run.
Yeah, this is a must to see, like, placing power bombs really terribly, and it's more just one decision ending up like going super wrong for Cutie here. Like, the power bombs were right out in the open if you went down.
Yes,
they are just like, yeah.
So that decision to go up and up at Red Tower.
So we'll see what Cutie tries to do here. I think that he needs to go get that reserve and then refill. And then, try to get through Cathedral. You can do it on 2 and 1. It's pretty terrible, especially without high jump, but it looks like he's going back down. He might be trying to check to see if there's anything else down here, but he can't, yeah. He can't go through the door, so...
Yep, making the unfortunate realization that...
Yeah. And this isn't even like a Meridia portal that like can go to another Meridia portal. And you can't spark this. Oh wow! What play by Cutie? Oh my gosh, okay. Never mind.
Wow.
Wow. I wouldn't have thought of that ever. That's
That's insane.
Did we see this on the bottom? If this goes to the East Meridia, he's still stuck. But there's a 2 in 3 chance. I don't remember. I don't remember if we saw this. It is East Meridian. He's... Oh no! So he did that for nothing anyway. That's insane.
Oof.
Wow, that's tragic.
So what's the play next?
The play next is, if you're not going to reset, you have to go get that reserve and then try to get through Cathedral. Otherwise, you just reset and accept that you were supposed to go down Red Tower.
On our left side, Nevdi is just trucking along, getting all these...
Yep. Gonna be getting a speed booster pretty soon.
And with the power bombs, we'll be able to go to Bubble Mountain, make that check up there. The 2 majors that are over there.
Yep, and probably be able to clear out the bosses. It's even got grapple in case a boss is Dragon. You can grapple escape out, which I'm not sure if he can do it high jumpless, but... Yeah, we'll see what Cutie ends up. I think that what I was saying, going and getting that reserve and then doing the Cathedral Hell Run is the only possible way to get through this. I don't think you can do it on 2.
Oof, well...
2 and 1 is already really, really rough. And it's just missiles at Cathedral.
Easy skip
So
there.
even, yeah, this is what he was looking for, I think. But it's not even power bombs here.
No, just more missiles.
Yep, and Cutie... Is this the right... I think it's the... Okay, never mind. He's still going through Norfair. It looked like he was trying to reset back to the ship save, which I think is the 4-minute save. I think he's going to go over here and check this, check to see if there's like a shot blocker. Oh, maybe... Maybe he can get to this transition, but it won't matter.
Checking that item. Yeah, there's no way through there.
Mm-hmm. He can get to this transition maybe, but it's a lower Norfair transition. There's only 2 lower Norfair transitions left. And there's high jump for Nevdi, so now he can definitely gravity or grapple jump out of Dragon when he finds that. You know, if Nevdi were good enough to be able to suitless Crystal Flash Clip, he would be 1 power bomb away from go mode.
That is such a brutal trick to try to pull off.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty rough.
I watch Junie and Rusty, who both love to play like the trolliest seeds they could possibly play. I've seen a Junie seed go to like 4 hours because it required Crystal Flash Foot. That was just there's just bombs.
Yeah.
Speed it is just bombs.
I think he should have checked the miner first, because checking after is annoying, and he didn't even... He tried to check it, but he failed, so... Cutie picking up these missiles.
I'm not sure what QD is thinking about doing here. Nose is in trouble.
Yeah. Checks Croc escape again. And goes back up the elevator, but there's nothing up there for him. Nevdi definitely wants that spacer. Doubles his damage output.
Thought about leaving it behind.
Yeah, with Charge Beam and already having Gravity Suit, if you find already having Various Suit, excuse me, if you find Gravity Suit, you'll be really happy to have that spacer just to have a little bit of extra damage for your go mode. And I think this is the front of floor Norfair because I think QD found the back.
Yes.
So, I think Nevdi might go through this. We'll see what he decides to do. He's thinking about it, and I don't hate turning back, mostly because, like, that's a really hard floor in Norfair after a Lava Dive. Lava Dive is probably going to take about 2 E-Tanks from you, and then you're down there on another 2 E-Tanks when every enemy does 100 damage, and you don't have Screw Attack or Plasma. That would be really tough, so I don't blame him for not going through that.
Yeah, that can become overly brutal.
Yeah, and you can definitely just get yourself stuck into some really bad situations doing that.
So, QD has some kind of plan. Did go back for that X-ray, so I'm wondering if a X-ray climb is in the works.
Oh yeah. Yep, that's probably what he's thinking. I like how Nevdi has been the one who's actually been doing things, but QD's the only one we've been talking about.
I think that's because at this point Nevdi's kind of just on autopilot. You know, got a lot of the great movement items. Still is missing, missing suits or missing gravity, but certainly on his way to finishing the seed with a good time.
Yeah, especially if he finds gravity relatively quickly, which...
Oh, speaking of, there's the pancakes.
And that's go mode for Nevdi, so... Got go mode less than 30 minutes in. Meanwhile, on QD's side, he's just trying to figure out a way out of this. I think Nevdi will continue to check things that are right in the way. He actually has a pretty decent amount of ammo, so it's not that critical that he finds another beam. If he were still
obviously
at like,
would help, but
if he were still at like 20 supers, then it would be very important to find another beam. But with 35 and 30 missiles, he's not in that bad of shape if he just picks up a few more supers to have a reasonably fast MB fight, even with some spacer shots.
Ignores the powerbomb of shame plan, and then QD's got another reset here. Rethinking the plan. Oh, and is now going back to that 4-minute save, which was...
That was Norfair.
I don't know if there's a save not
Yeah, I think he saved 3 times in Norfair.
Yeah.
So the rolling save feature, which would normally help you out in this situation, If you save 3 times before your last one that you want to go back to, you can't reach it anyway, so...
I was gonna probably have to go back to your original idea and play. Nope, just going for this play.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna require perfect movement to get through here.
I think he just wants to see this item. Like, I don't even know that he, like, did that to try to make it through. I think he just wanted to see that item to see if it was a power bomb to... Yeah, just to see. Looks like it was a Vanilla Ridley.
Yes, it was, and all those missiles and now having this beam, Ridley will go down pretty quick. Sure would have liked to have... Nevdi would have liked to have full complement of supers going in, but still make short work of Ridley. One boss down, and really the hardest one out of the way.
Yeah, for sure. It's really important that he knows that Ridley's down now, so he doesn't have to worry about farming back up on supers before any other bosses.
No, now it's just kind of a sprint for the 3 boss areas and then to the Mother Brain. Cutie is going for that reserve tank.
On 76, I don't think you can make this.
Yeah,
maybe
I'm worried
if you,
about that health going back. We need to farm those 3 immediately.
Yeah, Spilva's.
Either that or a lot of pause buffering. Gonna try to farm up there. Okay. I don't hate it.
Once you get down to under 50, or not under 50 actually. Yeah, you just...
Gonna take the death.
Yeah. If you were to get down to beeping, then maybe you could, like, use them to farm because they're... I don't know what odds they have of dropping full health versus small health when you're beeping, but if they just drop full health, then maybe you could. But... Anyway, I think the Nevdi's just gonna go ahead and find Kraid, kill whatever boss is there, and then go ahead and go through Meridia, take whatever... Probably take the back exit of Meridia to go to Wreck Ship, and then go from Wreck Ship to Criteria to Torian, and finish the game that way.
Cutie was very close to getting through, and just caught a couple of bad damage hits off the enemies through there. Like, it looked like he was gonna make that that hell run, but
I don't think we've seen any more power bombs in Norfair anyway. So even once Cutie makes it there, I'm not sure that there's a power bomb for him to get. Although crucially, Nevdi didn't check Speed Miner because he tried to check it twice, and both times he failed to hit the little block that lets you see the item. So there could be a power bomb there.
Possibly and hopefully. That would allow... I think at this point, that's the only way that he would have a chance to move forward.
If Cutie can do this, this is faster than, It looks like he's just deciding to start over. Probably the right decision, but it's really, really hard to make that decision over 30 minutes into the race.
Yeah, I think finally realized it was in a no-win scenario.
Yeah.
That's really unfortunate, but...
Against some players, maybe Cutie could make this time up, but against Nevdi, I think he still feels pretty good about himself.
We did have someone's system crash on them the other day, so they couldn't finish. So we've seen crazier things. Crazier things have happened this week. Not that I don't believe that's going to happen here. That would be awful, and I do not want to curse anyone. So please do not let that happen.
Our Nevdi, I would have really thought about checking that major.
That could have been plasma to speed things up.
But yeah, I think it's probably right to skip it. What, you've got 3, maybe? Yeah, you've only got 3 good items, really. Like, Space Jump would be okay, but with High Jump and Speed, you really don't need it. And then Wave, Ice, or Plasma would be huge, but those are the only 3, and you have, what, like... You haven't seen a reserve yet, you haven't seen, like, 12 E-Tanks. Or, not 12, 9 E-Tanks. There's a lot of items out there. The odds that...
It's pretty low percentage, yeah. For sure.
Nevdi thinking about where to go.
That was definitely a where am I going next pause. That is the one thing about these area randos. Even though this is a light area, it's still, you still have to remember where does this, where do I need to go to get to X location? Because we still haven't seen Turian yet, have we?
We have not. We've only seen one of the criteria portals, I think. Did Nevdi just go through the red tower? I don't remember if Nevdi saw the other criteria portal that
no, I don't
Green
think so.
Brinstar led to. Or if he just exited Green Brinstar through red tower. I think he probably saw one of the... I don't know. I don't remember. I was too focused on Cutie, I think, during that time. The one round.
All right, very nice. Our favorite dead snake. With the worst hitbox in the game.
Yep. And there's Wave. Wow. That really helps Nevdi's damage output. That'll change the Mother Brain fight with the ammo he has from about, I don't know, maybe 75 charge shots down to like 40. That saves huge. Like, probably saves like 45 seconds.
I don't think that's what Nevdi planned on doing there with that.
I think that was about the best thing that could have happened though for Nevdi rather than wasting it. Anyway, Cutie finally realizing he had to go down, well, not finally realizing, he probably realized this a long time ago, but finally actually going down Red Tower.
Yeah, and I think once he starts to see the, some of these items, like seeing this charge being here, realizing that Nevdi's probably actually pretty close if they went this direction. I'm guessing Cutie's hoping that Nevdi made the same route choice.
Yeah. Yeah, at this point, if Cutie's being realistic, like, he just needs Nevdi to have, like, had something terrible happen. And Nevdi is deciding to check this one. This one, I guess, is a little bit better than the Dragon one, but it does seem a little bit strange to me to check one and not check the other.
Not the other, right.
Especially, checking Kraid after already having found Wave means that there are only 2 good items left, where with Dragon, after that there were 3 still. But... And yeah. With Dragon dead, you can go through this door. It would have been a little bit more annoying for Nevdi if Dragon had been in Wreck Ship, but because Dragon was at Kraid, he's able to go through this.
He's just going to do his best chance to try to power through and see
Probably
what...
wait for that dot done.
Right. At this point, it's kind of like practicing, because one of the other weeks does involve a light area rando like this, so still worth getting some time in.
And there's
That's
plasma,
something we hadn't seen. Okay.
The Nevdi never checking criteria kind of backfiring a little bit, because that plasma would have been really, really nice, especially with charge and X-ray early. Would have been able to kill Dragon, kill Batwoon, kill Fantoon, who he's going to right now very quickly. It looks like this will be the front end of Wreck Ship for Nevdi, as Cutie found the back half. And depending on where Torian is, Nevdi might actually find that plasma.
Yeah, that is definitely possible. That would certainly make that would make Mother Brain much faster. And depending on when, yeah.
Yeah, Cutie can't get through this. He can get over this ledge, but he can't get over the next one. He is soft-locked again. Can't go back either. Gonna try to do some underwater wall jumps.
This has just not been a good, route choices for Cutie tonight. And that.
Yeah, I understand the idea here. Basically, he thinks he messed up so bad, which is completely true, that he wanted to try to do something that Nevdi absolutely would not have ever done.
Right,
and that it's basically the exact right way to go. And it looks like Nevdi finishing up Fantoon. Will be making his way to Torian. Has to go through the back, so it'll be a little bit longer than usual. I don't really... Oh, Nevdi wanted a power bomb. That's why he was checking that item. It's not that bad to only have 10 power bombs in area rando, because the Torian elevator refills you, so you can go in, power bomb the first Metroids, and then go back up the elevator and straight back down, and get that refill and then kill all the rest of the Metroids.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of that this week, where runners have had to do that because ice has been in some difficult to find spots.
Cutie going back to his Norfair save.
At this point, probably just trying to test, see
Yeah.
what he can do, knowing that the L is on the way, but... So with that checked, Nevdi might be going back up and might get that plasma
and he's
beam.
gonna get that plasma beam.
Yep, headed up there now. We'll find that plasma, which is a big find, but this is kind of... Well, it's really just going to help drop, you know, depending on how fast Nevdi can find Turian here, will help speed up the ending time here.
Yeah, I'll probably save him, like, pretty close to 30 seconds still, even at this point. And this is kind of one of the more annoying things in these light area randos, where you're a little bit less incentivized to check all the doors. So now Nevdi has the choice to go check Rex ship, or go all the way down behind Morph, and both are so far away from each other that if you pick wrong, you're just losing a bunch of time. And there's nothing you can really do about it.
Oh.
But he picked right.
And does find Turian. Alright. Now we'll get that full ammo reload off the elevator. Power bombs are extremely elusive in this run. This is the second time I've seen you know, the 10 power bomb rolling in with no ice that you know I've covered, where people have to make this decision or have to go make that reload.
Yeah. I bet you we see the credits, and it says there are like 14 power bombs in the seed. And we're like, where? Nevdi got 2 power bomb drops? Wow. So he doesn't have to reload. Or no,
wow.
Yeah, he did get 2. 2 in the first room. That's crazy.
That's such a low percentage.
Yeah. A lot of times if I get
now
1,
has 7.
I'll try to go through and try to get the second one. Try to just get lucky, basically. Getting 2 in the first room is crazy. Did he hit the last Metroid?
I don't think so.
Yeah. So he even
That's
was
okay,
able to
still has 3.
Yeah, he was able to waste a power bomb still on a 10 power bomb Torian and still not have to refill.
Wow, the things have just been going Nevdi's way this run. It's been a tale of 2 different stories where Cutie had that unlucky route choice at the beginning and it tanked the entire run, and meanwhile Nevdi has just been... Nevdi's had kind of the golden spoon through this whole run. Everything has just been fed to him. As I say that, it definitely takes you know, you gotta think about all your route decisions, how you're gonna get there, what you're gonna do. You still have to have the good movement, and have the kind of time that Nevdi's got right now. This is a great run from him.
Yeah, for sure.
Even gets baby skip. All right.
I mean, he had all the items. It's not that impressive, but had it.
However, that's the first baby skip I've seen in any of these runs, so... No, this has definitely been and Nevdi has played very well. The decisions he's made on routing have paid off very well.
I mean, I'm not even sure if they did. Like, this was just a very fast seed. I'm curious how this would have ended up had Cutie gone down as well. Because, I think Nevdi overall made mostly good decisions. But there were a couple of things, like he did Croc, he messed up some movement early, he, like, went for X-Ray D-Boost, missed it a couple of times.
Yeah, I'm sure it would have been a much closer race had Cutie not gotten the 0 powerbomb curse, which is second time I've seen it happen. And you know, I saw it happen earlier this week in the Junie and Gamer race, and Gamer still, Cutie's got a lot more experience than Gamer, and still had the same problem. Like this deep into the race, no power bombs. Already in the catch-up phase. And here comes that rainbow beam.
People talking in the comments about whether or not this was, like, I don't even necessarily think the Cutie's decision to go up was bad. I've seen first power bombs at Alpha Power Bombs multiple times before, and even in most cases, you'll end up with like one of the upper Meridia portals, or even like the tube entrance to Meridia. It's incredibly rare to get absolutely stuck there like Cutie did. And not only did he get stuck there, but he got stuck there with things to do.
Right,
he got stuck there with
no power bombs, right?
With a long dead end. So,
you know, it's one of those things where you could maybe say, well, maybe the correct decision was, you know, if you're gonna try that route, maybe you take the save on the way up on Red Tower. Like,
well,
taking the
save doesn't.
Oh yeah, no, that's right. That's already after the soft lock
You'd
point.
have to take the save at the ship, which he did.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't think that's what's going on, Slow Guy. I don't think he's having any fun.
And is finally going to see. Even paused and looked at it for a second, like,
yeah,
there you are.
It was right here.
So I cast a 53-34 earlier.
Yeah, this will be like
Iron Rusty, which is a great run. Let's see what Nevdi has here.
This will be a very low 53.
Couple of miscues coming out of Parlor here.
Yeah, that's to be expected, though.
Those couple of seconds probably cost the, yep. Very nice final run with a 53.06. And we got the forfeit from Cutie, which we expected. You know, was probably just waiting for that, you know, waiting to see the finish from Nevdi at that point.
Yeah, at this point you're just staring at that screen. You're like, when will this end?
All right, so we've got Nevdi's hanging out. Will is now joining us in chat. Nevdi, congrats on the run.
Thanks.
Yeah, the totally earned run that you like completely legitimately won this race. Congratulations.
Thanks, Zeb. Appreciate it. Couldn't have done it, without my skill. Talking to Cutie in the chat. Sounds like he went up.
Yep.
And look,
It's not just that it was nothing. It's that it was a lot of nothing.
like a
Because
long
you could get into Norfair, you could fight Croc,
Yeah.
you could check all of that, you could get speed, and there was nothing.
Kind of sucks, to be honest. Pretty lucky for me because I got it together after Croc, but geez, I was not I was not playing well till then. But then after that, it was kind of smooth. I think this is like a 49 seed potentially, without too much issue, and it's an 80% loadout. So I feel if Cutie goes down, he's so practiced in new route that he'd just crush this, I reckon. So kind of lucky, but that is one of the things about area render, just knowing that, because as Cutie's saying, there's only soft lock prevention for enviro stuff, and a lot of those things you just kind of have to know that you just can't. Well, you could go that way and luck out, and well, not even luck out, probably.
Yeah,
you would
I mean
argue
the odds that you go up and you get stuck there are absolutely horrendous. Like normally you're gonna find
like
some
a soft lock.
Like if you find one of the top or like the top Meridia entrance, you're guaranteed not soft locked unless the other one is like another Meridia entrance that at the bottom, and then the other bottom Meridia entrance is like other Meridia.
Yeah.
But like the majority of the time I'd say like over 90% of the time, and I've seen first power bombs add alpha power bombs before. Like that's a thing that can just happen. So.
It just happens. Yeah, so you could go down, get nothing, and then go, okay, well, it has to be up, and that kind of is the correct thing to do. But statistically, going up anyway can just be completely fine. Number wise, it should be okay. It just obviously wasn't here, and that's kind of insane that there wasn't any PBs. But aside from that, it was good after Croc. It was a bit jet, so I was kind of like, as soon as I saw gravity, I thought I lost, to be honest. I'm like, okay, well, that's it. I assumed that I had to make that grapple at Croc work, and when the value lost, I was like, okay. But just played, and in the end, it didn't really matter. But I was at least happy with my side of the performance after the Croc. Everything seemed okay for me before Zeb.
Yeah, that extra damage boost was pretty good for you. I mean,
oh my god, I was like,
you almost got it. You were right there. I mean, congratulations! Like you've made so much progress.
I was talking to Judy about this before, and you can just do it 100 times in practice. Comes to a race, and there's only a few people that can do it every time in a race.
Yeah, I think that you were jumping at a bad time. I think it didn't look like the damage boost itself. It looked like where you were connecting with the enemy was wrong.
Like, did you say my D boost at the start? Let's take a step back. I wasn't even getting the first D boost at Morph. It was just an off start. But again, it was okay by the end. It wasn't nerves or anything either. It was just something that happens, I guess, to me more than others. But good. They're really important to win these early rounds. I think 82 Swiss into a top 16 is going to be extremely rough. There's going to be people out of the 16 that technically should be in it, so everything matters so much. So I'm happy with the win, not happy with the way it was earned, I guess, but we'll see what happens. There's some crazy 2-0 people next week. But
unlike you.
This round. Sorry, Vincent.
I mean, it's. I'm watching what's happening towards the top, and it's gonna be we're gonna see some really good races. Even this week, we saw some pairings. Like we got Kip and Polar Bear Bunny that are gonna be running Saturday night, but it's just gonna get we're gonna see that cream rise to the top and see some even better matchups week by week by week, and you're not going to be able to avoid. You might run into Cutie again, and the tables might turn.
Yeah, definitely. What is next week's? Chozo, right? Chozo boss.
Yep, Chozo boss. So
Yes.
Chozo is a completely different animal than any other randomizer. You really, really, really... It's a lot of thinking, I guess, but not in the same way as like Area, where you have to keep track of a bunch of different things. It's more of like you can logic out where certain items have to be in Chozo if you're really thinking about it. Like you can figure out,
Yeah.
oh, like maybe supers have to be a gauntlet because I found all of the other items before the world opens up with supers, and none of them were supers, so it has to be there. Things like that.
Yeah, I think there's a little. I love Chozo. I like the idea of it, the deduction of where things can be and what you need. But the whole ship part to me is terrifying in Chozo. You can just make a wrong call and it's kind of over there. It feels like you nearly need to skip ship. But the fact that it's boss rando is going to make this probably a pretty balanced week. I think that I imagine most people run down and it's a movement race like you and I talked about before.
Yeah, I think so too. I really like meme route personally in Chozo because of the top red tower item, even if you're not going to wreck ship.
Yeah.
But,
don't give away secrets, Zeb. Come on. Yeah. Still, it's going to be a big change from this area. It's going to be a bit of a tempo switch next week too. I've just been doing nothing but area, and it's going to be weird not having to track. I won't know what to do with myself. Maybe I'll concentrate in the game or something. I don't know. Maybe I'll move properly.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Well, I might head off and start my day. I just want to say GG to Cutie. I was pretty pumped that I got to race him in the only setting I could potentially even win against him, but I'm really upset with the way that it happened. It's always fun running the race and feel like, oh, I hope he's here. It's going to be cool, but wasn't the case here, and we're probably going to discuss that further in the Discord and forums and whatever.
Yeah.
But GG Cutie, regardless of what happened, I'm sorry, but it was an honor to race you. You're one of the best in the world, and yeah, thanks guys for comms, except for Zeb. Thank you, Vincent, so much. Zeb, I'm sure you were an absolute pest. I'm looking forward to watching it back and hearing all the praise that I'm sure you gave me.
There was lots.
Yeah,
of
there was a
love
lot of
sent your
praise.
way.
I was giving you.
Oh my!
I was talking about you all of the time this race. So I'm sure you'll enjoy watching that back.
I was definitely warned that you were there was some shade going to be thrown, and it was. I felt like I was in a forest half the time through that race. No, definitely enjoyed watching you run tonight, Nevdi. It definitely unfortunate how things turned out, but this is unfortunately randomizers. Weird things can happen.
Just so many obscure things you need to know, and yeah. Anyway, but thank you, Vincent.
Everyone, if you get an opportunity, follow our runners, follow Nevdi and ARealCutie. Drop the links to their Twitch in there. And of course, please give a follow to Zeb or myself or Zestro. Jestro, thank you very much, Jestro, for the tracking. Tracking is such a huge part of these randomizer tournaments, being able to see what the players have, because even on on comms, we might remember that something got picked up a while ago, but we might not. So we definitely need that as part of these randomizer events. Zeb, you got anything else?
No. Just thanks everyone for watching, and we will see you next time.
Yeah, and just for scheduling, there is another race tonight. Pete Oil and Thornetto, which will be back on SpeedGaming 5. Tomorrow evening, there's Shy Guy versus 64-Bit Link. There should be at least one more race broadcast tomorrow, and then on Saturday we're gonna have that grudge match between Kip and Polar Bear Bunny. That's gonna be great, and then we'll lead into week 3. All right. Well, thanks everyone. Hope to see you guys in future races, and we will see you next time.